thank you, everyone. It's great to be here. So in just a minute, I'm going to share some features of Smart World Pro. But before I do, just a little bit about the platform. It's been referred to as SimCity for real cities. It's the easiest way to explain it, really. And it was designed for the people who are responsible for designing and managing and planning large, complex, large-scale building projects and commercial property portfolios in cities. And the video should be coming here in just a second. There we go. So you can download this on your computer, and works on Mac or PC. You can tell it where to go anywhere in the world. For this, we're going to go to New York. And then you can query and say, show me the central business district in New York. It'll pull it up. Show me zoning information. Pulls up zoning information. Then you can do more complex searches like, show me buildings that are scheduled to be permitted in the next 4 years that are 40 stories or taller. And additionally, our clients who are property owners, they use Smart World Pro to manage their entire portfolio. We can even go outside of a building and connect to IoT sensors. This particular project in San Diego, GE installed over 3,000 streetlight-mounted sensors that monitor traffic, weather, pedestrian footfall. And we can take all that metadata and pull it into Smart World Pro and query it, visualize it, connect it to the building. And then we're going to go over to Chicago. And this particular client has a project that's currently under construction. And they're using Smart World Pro to monitor the project with live camera feeds that are connected through IP addresses. Other layers that you can search are buildings that are newly permitted or have yet to be built. And we can even connect to social media like Twitter, Foursquare, to get sentiment analysis around a particular project or location in a city. And then we can go underground. This was a pilot that we did in Chicago. It's a 2-block pilot that shows all the underground utility equipment. So your gas, your water, ComEd, Comcast. And you can obviously connect IoT sensors to monitor for maintenance purposes. And just have a better understanding of what lies underground, especially if you have a construction project that you're working on. It's always nice to know what you're going to be digging into. So I just showed you a lot of information really quick. So let me explain in a little bit more detail what exactly we're offering with Smart World Pro. So with our clients, it really starts with a digital twin. We have a modeling service that we offer to our clients where we create what we call a BIM-lite model, or LOD4, level of detail 4 model. And what that is we extract all the data out of the BIM model that is not needed. So what that leaves is the core of the building, the floors, the rooms, the outer shell, maybe some rooftop equipment. And that's the very beginning. I know someone asked, what comes first, the building or the solution? For us, it's typically the building. Then our clients can access hundreds of millions of data layers from cities all around the globe. And we currently have over 250 million data layers that are available. The data comes from open city data that is curated, it's geotagged, it's up to date. And then we have data that's being pulled from other paid services like OpenStreetMaps, Foursquare, Mapbox, and other services. So once our clients are in Smart World Pro and they have access to all this data, they can start importing their own data. And they can import 3D data, 2D data, all the GIS data they need. It's a simple import. It's very quick. If they have a lot of software that they're working with, disconnected software, they can connect it through API. The platform is built on a Unity gaming engine, so it makes it extremely easy to navigate, to use, and to connect via API. And then obviously, once everything's in all their buildings, all their data, they can easily query the data with using voice-enabled, simple language, search queries, visualize the data. For more advanced users who like to use SQL-type search queries, they can do that as well. And then the analytics. It's really all about analytics. The future is all about analyzing the data. Without that, it's really not very useful. And we have a section in Smart World Pro that's called Mapalize. And if you want to think of it as an Apple iTunes store of sorts, it stores all of our analytics tools that we have, like view corridor analysis, shadow analysis. But we also have third-party analytics tools that are also in there, like microclimate simulation. And we're currently working with Stanford University with their Digital Cities Initiative department, and they are developing an analytics app that allows experts in a single simulation to say, for example, if I were to build a hotel in this area, what would the financial impact be? We've been at it for actually 9 years, and in that time, when we first started out in 2009, we had the CTO of Google Earth design the very first version of Smart World Pro. And in 2012, we started working mainly with cities. We learned a lot at that time. We learned a lot about how to find data, how to curate that data, what type of data our users were looking for, what was useful, what was not. And then in 2016 and 17, we launched our beta version of Smart World Pro. And in 2018, we launched the version that I'm showing you today. And along the way, we have won some awards. I know this is shameless self-promotion here, but there are a few that we are proud of. The one in the middle is the Realcomm Digi Award. We won for Best Tech Innovation in Commercial and Corporate Real Estate. And then at the Smart City Expo World Congress, we won for Best Innovation. So these awards, they really help put us on the map and give Smart World Pro a name. So I'd like to spend a few minutes to go over some use cases with you that are relevant to Digital Jersey. And this one is with the Grand Central Partnership District in New York. The GCP is the world's largest central business district. And it's home to over 365 owners, commercial property owners like Bank of America, Chase, JP Morgan, get the idea. And the GCP is looking to reinvent itself as a new sustainable and connected community. And they're providing some of the world's best technology to their owners to be able to reduce the amount of energy that they consume. They have a goal to reduce the energy consumption to 0 by 2050. So our role with this project is to bring all 365 owners' assets into one executive property dashboard, and reduce the carbon output for all commercial property owners. And then also provide a dashboard where they can view all their building data, and they can better manage their energy consumption, maintenance, leasing information. And this is going to help the GCP achieve that goal of zero net carbon by 2050. This project is probably one of my favorite. It's definitely the biggest one that we have so far. It's in Arvamadi, India, and it's 217 kilometers square. It's a mixed development mega project. Right now, it's all farmland, cow pastures, but when it's done, it's going to be a new sustainable, connected, greenfield city with an estimate of over 3.5 million people. That makes it larger than the city of Chicago, where I'm from. And our role in this project is to provide multiple contractors and developers who are involved in the project with an executive master planning dashboard. And Smart Rural Pro is going to be used across all agencies of government where they can contribute their own data, and to also automate building permitting, to run environmental impact simulation, microclimate analysis, and ultimately use this project as a case study for other developments in India. The project that we have in Kuwait is very similar to Arvar Amadi. It's a 62,000 acre planned urban development, and the mission of this project is to transform Kuwait into a financial trade center. It's attractive to investors and to the private sector. And they want to provide a sustainable infrastructure that is attractive for people to live in. So our role is very similar in this project to the one in Ahmedabad, India. It's to provide, once again, multiple contractors and developers with an executive master plan dashboard where they can aggregate all of their data, all the tools that they're using into one platform, and then to be passed on to the government and to commercial property owners. The last project I want to share with you, this one is a little bit different than the other ones because it's not a city and it's not a campus. It's more of a linear project. It's a 103-kilometer rail line in the UK. It's with W.S. Atkins and the East-West Rail Alliance. And the goal of this project is to reestablish a rail link between Cambridge and Oxford, and to allow 40,000 passengers or more to travel each day. And our role in this project is to provide a single source of truth platform for everyone that's involved, for all 30-plus contractors and developers. There's some features that we developed custom to this project, like the ability to upload 360 JPEG images, which allows them to better monitor the construction activity for overpasses and bridges. They have the ability to collect and access data from all the cities that this rail line touches along the way, and then to be able to run analysis and run the analysis that's needed to make the proper decisions for this project, which is set to be 8 years long. Okay, so this is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm really excited to share this video with everyone. I hope everyone's excited as I am. This is our digital twin strategy or vision, I should say, for Jersey. We did get some data, and I want to thank you for the data, Rachel. So what we're looking at here is just a little area of downtown. And the first thing we're going to do is drag and drop a BIM model. So you can drag and drop a Revit model, a SketchUp model. It doesn't really matter what it is. You can drag and drop it and manually move it around. You can open the building inspector and plug in the lat and long. It'll take it exactly where it needs to go. You can even lock it into place after that.
Is that a hospital by any chance?
That is a building that is not developed yet.
I think the next strategy should be
So once your model's in, you can go inside the building. You can access all the floors, all the rooms, even the elevator banks, the stairwells for each floor. And then, most importantly, you can connect your IoT sensors, your FMS, your CMMS systems, your leasing information. Have it all connected into your digital twin. And this makes a digital twin useful from design all the way to demolition, the full life cycle of the building. So I spoke about the Mapalize analysis feature. Just going to run a really quick shadow analysis, show you what that looks like. So with the shadow analysis, you can manually adjust the time and the date slider. And all the shadows anywhere in Smart World are all real-time shadows based on the time. Or you can select pre-selected dates and then start to run your analysis, which it's doing right here. Then once your analysis is done, you can integrate it into a report, save it as a PDF. The next feature is the search function. Like I said, it's extremely easy to look for data just using natural language search queries. No one can do this. There's no platform that's doing this right now. So this search is showing land use that's zoned residential. And in a second here, it's going to show a search is showing residential and commercial areas. And then every search that you run in Smart World Pro, you can save it as a layer. So if you have specific searches that you want to look at every single day, just save it as a layer, and then you can turn it on and turn it off when you want. And as you can see right here, you can view multiple layers at the same time. We have primary roads, residential, commercial, all showing at the same time. You can even adjust the colors. Everything is customizable that we do, including white labeling options. We loaded, I think, 125 data layers. Simply the beginning. There's many more data points that we can load in here, obviously. But this gives you a really good idea of what's possible. And as you can see, the navigation is extremely smooth. And then lastly, you can run an area briefing by using voice command. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. One more thing. You can go underground. So we did not go underground here, but you can go underground using ground-penetrating LiDAR equipment to view all the underground utilities, even the bobsled track, I believe, that you have underground here. You can pull that in if you need to. And then the last area is dragging a geofence using voice-enabled area briefing.
Show me an area briefing. Here's your area briefing. This area is 4.86 square miles. I reviewed the types of facilities in the area and found 1 police stations, 2 fire stations, 5 medical facilities, 9 parks, 21 restaurants, 13 grocery and markets, and 2 schools.
So that's just the beginning of what we can do with Digital Jersey. I'd like to thank you again for having me, and I'm going to pass it back to Joe.